Good morning, it's the last episode in my series of 3 for International Women's Day. This fella's joining us today too, he's gate crashing the women's ride again. Today I'm meeting up with 3 lovely ladies from my local club, Vela Bavarian, just to show that all women in cycling matter. You don't need to have, a pro contract or have won a gold medal to be important in cycling. So today we're just celebrating all the women, all the ladies pedalling on their bikes. And we've got this man along with us as well because we're going to a cafe basically and he wants to come, don't you?
I want to get some Maloney's in.
Yeah, he wants to get some Maloney's in. I did say he could go on his own, but he thought, no, I want to stay on the back wheels of the girls. So we thought, we'll let him along. He can cruise with us. We're at the start of the route. I've got the lovely Liz and Kathy. Here's the lovely Laura trying to put her shoe covers on.
This is the demo of how not to put shoe
covers on by Laura.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they match your bike though, look. They do. The Santini colour matches your Specialized.
Oh my word.
Hey, they're on. Perfect, ready for dancing now.
Yes. I can look like a dance.
They feel good. Hey! It's drizzly, mizzly, horrible. Kathy up next to me. Got Liz, got Laura at the back. You're out there, Laura?
Yeah.
Oh. Yippee! Woohoo! Down into the mizzle we go. Woohoo! It's horrible. So Liz, how did you get into cycling?
Oh, crikey. That's a very long story. But most recently, I used to run at club level, so I was okay.
Yeah.
But I had a whole ongoing ankle injury that got worse and worse and worse.
Oh no.
And then I thought it could be fixed. But then the NHS told me it was unfixable.
Oh no.
And I'd be lame. And I just thought, oh, I used to cycle.
Yeah.
And I used to compete. I'll just go back to cycling.
Yeah. So
I did. And that was 2017, I think. I actually just like competing.
Yeah. You're a speed demon in the time trials.
Well, I'll try. Not very fit at the moment.
You are. Just had a quick stop because we need to delayer. It's blooming boiling out here now. 1 minute you're cold, 1 minute you're hot. It's an absolute joke. Here comes Liz. Laura's just delayering because she's a bit hot.
Okay.
It's so hard to get your layering right.
I shouted Kyle, but he's found a new friend.
Oh, Kyle's gone off cycling. This man came in front of us and as usual Kyle chased him down. He's gone off cycling with him now. So I'm sure we'll find him at some point. What, your gloves on?
My gloves on. That's it. Top fapper
You got to
award.
keep your fingers warm. I know. Blooming first
Top fapper.
Here's your shoe covers. Now you need to stop us all to delay. Blooming not bringing her along again. Oh, here's Kyle. Oh, come back to check if we're all right, did you? Left us and then, realised we weren't there anymore. Typical Kyle. So here's the lovely Laura.
Hey up kiddos.
And Laura, how did you get into cycling?
So, generic cycling, I was lucky that my mum and dad were encouraging of me getting on a bike and stuff.
Yeah.
But road cycling, as Amy knows, I have a lot to thank a lady called Jill. And she invited a group of big holes. She invited a group of us out to Mallorca.
Yeah.
And I'd not been on a road bike before. And that was a pivotal moment for me.
Yes.
I absolutely loved it. But it was all thanks to Jill's introduction. Because without her, I think I probably would have gotten into it, but not.
Yeah.
Maybe not as soon.
So how did you meet Jill?
Jill was through a local boot camp class.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And then she got you on the bike.
She's got me hook, line and sinkered. Hook, line and sinkered.
And I'm so glad because I wouldn't have met you otherwise.
Nope.
All the people here today, actually, I wouldn't have met if I didn't start cycling. And my cycling friends are some of my closest friends. Yeah. I'm sorry, but there isn't many friends you can spit snot out your nose in front of, is there? And just stop and do a wee on the, behind a bush with your friend. You definitely form a good friendship. The lovely Kathy.
Hiya.
Who I met on a girls' club ride, I think last year. So, how did you get into cycling, Kathy?
I started cycling through an inspiration with my friends and just to get me back fit.
Yeah.
Since my mom was always cycling all her life, she was my true inspiration.
Aww.
So mid-20s, I've decided to try it out.
Yeah.
And it was the best thing ever happened to me. So many friends and got stronger and just found my own self and independence and freedom.
How long have you been cycling for?
It's been really about 10 years that I started, but maybe 4 years that I took it up more seriously.
And you've not been in England that long, have you? Like, you've just moved?
I've just moved countries from Australia nearly 2 years ago. And I started cycling more seriously after having children, so I got into a nice cycling club, and I was struggling mentally, to be honest. And that the community really just supported me so well, and I found myself in cycling that helped me with my struggles and gave me the independence and
oh, Kathy. Oh,
I really miss it, but it took me a long time to settle. But cycling was again that helped me settle here. Thanks to this community, I'm really grateful for.
And we're grateful that you moved here, Kathy, because you're so lovely.
Thank you so much.
And she's so
really
supportive, honestly. She leads women's rides for us. She's so lovely. We're very grateful for you, Kathy, so you're very appreciated.
Thank you so much.
Right, Kyle's been doing bunny hops and I want to go. I've never done one before, so let's see. What do I do? Just lift up?
Lift your feet, stop your feet at the horizontal position. And then just pull it up.
Is that it?
Nearly. Do that again. Yeah.
Kyle wants to go now. Go on then. Woo! It's actually quite riveting, I think.
It's good if you go, put a twig down or something. Something with zero consequences. Practice jumping a twig.
Right.
Then start to get bigger twigs.
The Ellestone Bridge, just on for a nice photo. Kyle, the cameraman's going to take it for us. Oh, actually, this might be a good place for top of the hill dance, top of the bridge dance today, I think, as well. Nice scenery. Liz is a bit upset because she thinks she might have run over a dormouse.
No, it didn't. It went back into the air.
Did it go? Oh,
Oh, thank God.
It's got 9 lives.
We've had Nikki Bartlett, we've had Lizzie Dagden, and now it's time for the home girls. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Woohoo! Right, we're at the one and only Denstone Farm Shop and Cafe, and they very kindly let us have the whole of this space to ourselves for our film. Kyle, I think you should actually be sat in here, under this sign here, in the dog house.
Oh, I'll be in there later.
You will be. When you're cycling, obviously you can have all the lycra, you can have all the kit, but can you have a woolly jersey? That's what I've got. I think it's actually really nice.
Oh, they look lovely.
We kind of matching.
Get yourself to Loroca and get one.
So they're actually really
Oh no, you can buy them anyway.
I got it from Loroca when I was in Italy, and it's actually really nice to ride, and I actually just wear it around the house.
They don't get too hot either. People say they do.
Kyle's got his as well, look.
I bought mine multiple
Couple
times.
goals.
Oh, nice. Is it merino?
Yeah, it's merino wool. Only the finest quality. Right, we're going to go in and have a look what they've got. I don't know whether to have porridge or a cake, I can't decide. Oh, what's Laura saying? What's your feet all gone? Oh, did you nearly slip?
Yeah.
Okay,
I've gone like penguins.
I'll walk like this.
What a best told.
Right, let's go. I do know all the cakes here are homemade, so I do love that about it. Oh, goodness me. I had this last time, actually, when I came on my own at Christmas. I've had that before.
I've had the flapjack.
Oh, the
That's really
flapjack's
nice.
good. The cornflake cake's nice. Oh, blimey, it's too much to choose from. Biscoff sponge. Actually, I bought Biscoff for the first time ever last night. I've never had it before.
Haven't you?
Biscoff spread.
Oh, Biscoff is so
I'm really
nice.
excited to have it in my
They've got
porridge.
Biscoff cheese.
Are they selling, Laura? I need to actually buy some oat cakes. I've got an addiction to Staffordshire oat cakes. I'm sure they sell them here. I know they do because my auntie had some at Christmas and I ate some out of the fridge and didn't tell her. Oat cakes, where are they? Oh, come on. Oat cakes, bread. They might be in the bread section. Oh, I found him, Laura. Laura found him. Oat cakes. £1.55. Homemade oat cakes, yes please. And it's a pikelet. What's like a pikelet?
It's like a thin crumpet.
All right, I'm taking.
What do you
I've
do
just
with
found
it?
Staffordshire oat cakes, Liz. I'm addicted to them.
Oh, do you know where you can buy them locally?
Where?
Oakfield Farm Shop. Oh, have you been to Oakfield Farm?
No, I haven't, but I'm going to buy these and take them home with me before we go.
they'll-
Seriously, they're going in my back pocket. Kyle, they do oat cakes in there, and I'm going to get some put in my back pocket on the way home. Yes, I put toast on your. Kyle got half English. It came with oat cakes. He swapped it for toast. I could have eaten the oat cake.
You've got oat cakes anyway.
No, I've got porridge, but I'm going to buy some
You've got
oatcakes. I can't have a bit of porridge and
I was
oatcakes.
just
I'll be
telling
like
you-
rolling home like an
I was just
umbrella.
telling you what I'm
We've made our orders in the cafe. I think we've about confused all the staff with the amount of changing and swapping around ideas I was having. I didn't know whether to have a flat drink or a porridge, but I've gone for a porridge. Drinks are here. I've actually not got a drink since having a water today because I'm going to a cafe later with my friend for a chai latte. But anyway, Kyle's with us today. He's a man supporting the ladies. But the
As
reason
always.
we're on this ride is for International Women's Day and to get more women cycling. And these are three lovely ladies that I wouldn't have known if I didn't start cycling. So I'm very grateful to have met you. We've already said why you started and when you started, but now I want to ask you, what's the thing you love the most about cycling?
I think for me, there's a big sense of freedom that comes with the sport, and then discovery as well. Like, you think, normally you just drive somewhere, you think, oh, I can ride my bike there,
Yeah.
the social aspect. But I think the main thing for me is I find it suits my personality quite a lot in terms of it gives me my time on my own.
Yeah.
If you just want to go out on your bike and switch off, process some stuff,
Yeah.
or meet a load of folk as well. So, yeah, it's difficult to nail one, but
Yeah.
there's a lot.
Yeah.
It really connects you to the community and gives you freedom, independence. For me, as being a mom of 2 young children, it just gives me a me time, and throughout the process it literally boosted my confidence, my self-esteem, and it made me stronger, and it put me through different paces. It made me explore and discover a variety of cycling, like leisurely and racing.
Yeah. You did do a race last year, didn't you? A little crit race.
Yes.
You were whipping round. Yeah.
So
believe we won.
it's really amazing. It just I recommend it for every woman out there. It's really helpful to just clear your mind. And it's great for your overall well-being.
It is.
It's the freedom, because it's the freedom to go out, but also you get really connected with nature and the changing seasons, because I was out yesterday on my gravel bike and I just saw the daffodils have started to come up, and you just see the seasons changing, and you see things which are happening in your neighbourhood, and I'm really nosy, but also it gives you the opportunity to travel as well, and I've just seen some amazing places on my bike. But you know, like the other two were saying, it connects you with an amazing community of women. So three of us have just come back from Tenerife.
Yeah, I was very jealous when you were there. I was like looking at these photos. Like, I was invited, by the way. They did not invite me. They just went without telling me. But yeah, me and Kyle have got so much stuff on. So yeah.
But we wouldn't have. I would never have gone with those women had I not met them through cycling.
Yeah.
So that was just brilliant. So you end up meeting new people, which you get on with, and having fun, and it just connects you to lots of really strong, powerful women who are also really good people as well.
Exactly. Yeah. And Kyle likes it that I cycle, don't you? Because you get to come along too.
No, I don't know. Depends how fast she's going up.
I think there are some barriers to cycling. So, have you experienced any barriers to cycling? And if you have, how have you got through them, Liz?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the biggest barriers to cycling is traffic in the UK and standard driving, because I've cycled a lot in France and Italy and Spain, and people have more respect for cyclists there. And also I was hit by a car 4 years ago, and it was completely the other driver's fault and was quite badly hurt. And sometimes that does, you know, the thought of having to hack through the traffic, because I live in the city, does stop me going out. But you know, I just try to think, well, actually, once I've got through the traffic, it's all going to be fine.
Being a mom of 2 young children, I found it's a great barrier stopping me going out. Since we have no family support around, I rely on my husband to kind of schedule my rides in, and which allows me to have time to myself. Literally looking after 2 children full time, it's quite demanding, especially when they're unwell at night time. But finding a little bit of time here and there, it just gives me back that energy and that freedom and that headspace that I need. I find it really helpful.
Yeah, and I think it's important. Sorry, background noise, my porridge being delivered. I think it's important that. And I'm not a mum, so I can't relate to it. I know, Liz, you're a mum, aren't you?
Yeah.
But so I don't know like how it feels when you go out on a ride and your kids are at home, but you're saying like you get that guilt. But I think it's really important. I know from a mental health side of things that you've got to give that time for you as well. So and like I know a lot of people I speak to that are parents say that they can be a better mum when they're feeling like good in themselves and they've done stuff for themselves. So I think it, like you said, like you've got that good balance, and you should never feel guilty because you've got to put yourself first sometimes as well. And
it can be really hard scheduling it all in. I mean, I used to go go out at 5:30 in the morning, just because that's the only time of the day I could train.
Yeah. Kyle, be a stay-at-home dad.
That suits me.
So Laura, what's your barrier to cycling?
I found the question quite tricky because I feel like now I'm in a really good place with the sport, so I have to think about when I was first getting into it.
Yeah.
And I think it was probably initially, in fact, because I think I've started up cycling more so when I lived in London.
Yeah.
And the traffic, like, made one there, but I think there was quite a gendered element I found in the clubs, the social clubs around me. And I like attended a few, and it definitely it came with a sense of like intrusion or exclusion, and I experienced that a couple of times. I've experienced it like in a few kind of events and stuff in and around Derbyshire, not at all with the local clubs and how I've met you guys. I want to emphasise that, but I think it just took a sense of like, you know, I've got every right to be here. I don't need to like prove myself to a group of blokes or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to do that. But I think it was just kind of establishing that confidence in my own mind. There's a wicked community locally of cyclists, but I think it's a barrier that still exists, and I feel very fortunate that
it's so important to
there's
have
so many welcoming groups like in and around Derbyshire. So
I feel so grateful because I think I've heard from a lot of women that say like all the clubs near them are just all men, and like if you turn up as a woman, you're just like left and they drop you.
Absolutely. I've had that before.
I've had that with clubs as well, where they just, if you're a woman, you either get dropped off the back and no one cares, or they put you on the front and you're just there hauling a load of overweight.
Yeah, they don't like it if you're better than them, so they'll like try and go past you. Like, so
equally like, because I've ridden like ride with groups of blokes that are so like inclusive and welcoming and stuff,
so
but then it, like I said, does also come with those experiences that have been like almost, you think, what are you doing here, and you have to prove yourself almost before you kind of let into the group.
But we are so lucky here because we do have a good group. Like, we've got a girls group that you can't, but also we've got men that we ride with that are really like welcoming of women, and we've got men like Kyle.
Yeah, we've got Kyle.
Kyle comes on the girls' ride, so But right, without further ado, I think our dinners are there, warm, and we're ready to eat. So let's tuck in. Look at this. We've got a bit of excitement because another female cyclist that we know just turned up. Look at this porridge. Oh, the jam. Heaven. Are you happy now, Kyle?
Proper cycling grub.
It was worth coming, wasn't it, for that?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, honestly.
Hey.
We found a little friend in the cafe.
As I always ask all cyclists, what's your favourite cycling snack?
This is a very hard question because I feel like the ones I don't choose I'm being disloyal to, and there's many great snacks.
Don't worry,
but I'm going to have to go for the reliable flapjack.
Oh yeah.
Because it is just reliable, weather resistant. You can drop it and it's alright.
Just a normal flapjack.
Make sure it's not a crumbly one if you drop it.
Yeah, not a crumbly one. I don't like the ones that like feel like they've like sucked every bit of moisture out your body. It needs to needs to be a good one.
Kathy, what are you saying? What's your favourite cycling snack?
My favourites, I have to say, it's Velo Forte and Sturper, but unfortunately I'm out of it at the minute. I've got my trusty Naked Bar, which is very similar to Velo Forte.
Hey, have you seen they've brought out a new one?
Yes, I got a free sample of a pink coloured one at the station the other day.
Is it nice?
It was okay, but I do prefer just the little ones or the strawberry or banana ones.
Yeah, I like the banana and the original.
Nutritionally, they're actually really good because I don't really like gels.
Yeah, I do.
So I have these, they're cheap, and you can squash them and they're still edible.
I know that feeling. I once sat on one and it was still fine to eat.
In the cafe we spoke about the barriers to cycling, and there are a lot. I think it's similar in all sport, and I mean, I know cycling is a very expensive one too, but I think if you're a woman and you want to try, if you go on British Cycling, there's the Go Rides, which are really good. We're getting started, and Her Spirit is also a really good place, really supportive for women getting into sport. So they're two places you can look if you feel alone. But I never expected the community I'd get from cycling, so I'm so grateful that here at home we've got a lovely club that's got lots of women in. Woohoo! Down we go! All the excitement after my porridge, I forgot to buy the blooming oat cakes. Oh, I was looking forward to having them for a snack. Blooming heck, they were going to be a nice snack tomorrow, but oh well. Silly me. You're out there, Laura?
Just telling Amy how much I love my new stockings.
I know, your Santini's. Lead us home, Kyle. And that's our ride, ding dang done. Thank you so much for watching. TT to the FN. Goodbye. Bye.